Welcome back to Sports Nationwide. We're in the basketball stronghold of Ballina, County Mayo, home to the McStays, McHales and of course Ronan McGarrity. Basketball fever has certainly hit here among the community as we take a look at local team Murraymonk take on St Paul's of Killarney in the Basketball Super League.
Men's Super League basketball action from the Ballina Sports and Leisure Centre. It's Ballina against St Paul's Killarney as the Mayo outfit look to continue their decent run in the North Conference, having won 8 of their 13 games this season. It's 5 years now since 2 became 1. Can the man who started things off in Ballina all those years ago see another golden spell ahead?
There are a lot of community involvement and there's a lot of volunteers, a lot of people now. There's a lad in from the States now who's coaching in the schools and he's doing a terrific job. And that's spreading it because you need to have quite a base of players. A place like here, you're always going to lose people to emigration. And if you do, you've got to have more players than, say, somewhere in Dublin. So they have a good base, they have it in a lot of the schools.
Ballina's former clubs, the Colts and the Hawks, came together in 2001 to form the current club, Ballina Braves. Vincent Roach was Colts chairman.
Well, it started way back in the early 70s when a local group got together, and I suppose it got a great boost by the arrival in town of guys like Danny Thompson, who was very interested in basketball and was a good coach. And it was powered, I suppose, in the early days by people like Lee McHales and his brother Sean and Anthony, and right through to the present year when we've people like Ronan McGarrity.
Coach Terry Kennedy has had a long association with basketball in the Moyside town.
Well, in '88, I more or less always carried a knee injury, and there was some players coming up behind me that was really good. And I more or less kind of got involved in the coaching side. I've done a lot of courses in the States and all over the country here, and with Danny Thompson again. And I just kind of started coaching, and I became really involved into it and studied the game a lot and tried to make myself better at coaching players. And seemed to just get on well. I had a good relationship with players, and I think we've won like 11 national titles since I took over.
Ballina and the green off to a flyer. Orlando Melendez winning from the jump off, feeding Robert Taylor's opening score 4 seconds in. Like Liam McHale before him, Ronan McGarrity has become a big-name dual star of both Gaelic football and basketball at this club, but he's missing for Ballina tonight. England international Jay Marriott providing another early boost though, a three-pointer.
I've known Terry through a friend that played in Plymouth, and I played over college in America, and I wanted to come back and try and play professionally. So Terry gave me lots of advice, tried to see if I would go to him to play, and I maybe took a few long roads and then ended up here. I've had a lot of fun. It's a very small town, so it's very different to what I'm used to. So you have to learn to be a little bit more chilled out and relaxed, but I think that's nice. I think it's good for me.
Scott Kinnavan has led the Super League assist standings for the past 2 seasons, but now he's bagging the points, giving Ballina an early lead, 10-2. Diora Marsh is still going strong at the age of 47. Coming off the bench in the first quarter to shore up the Ballina defence, they would lead by 19 points at one stage in the opening 15. But St Paul's still getting the occasional breakthrough. Matthew Hillary cutting the margin to 15 at the end of the first. 31-16, Ballina's lead. And Marsh playing a big part in that.
I would have said to them pretty good because a lot of the guys I met, I played them against the first season when I played in Cork. I played against them. Against the Ballina team, so the following year they asked me to come up, so I decided to come up and play with Ballina. That's how I came here. So I've been here 19 years off and on. So I'm settled in pretty good. I married a wife and 3 kids, so I settled in with them and then the boys, a lot of friends around the town. So you know, it's just nature. Since the day one that I came, always had, I said, the best support in Ireland. And every time we come to the home game, it's always crowded, always the chants. So you know you're going in there with a good atmosphere and then enlist the team.
A Killarney fight back in the second quarter and quite a determined 1-2. Outscoring Ballina 13-7 within the first 5 minutes of the restart. Antonio Cool and Justin Wingard leading from the front and cutting the margin 38-29. Orlando Melendez had been benched early on after picking up 3 quick fouls, returning well with a good basket to set Ballina on course to lead 56-39 at half-time. Jay Marriott scoring 13 of those.
We practice 3 times a week as a team. and then we get an hour each day to go and shoot. And they also provided us with a place to go and lift weights. I go and coach at a local school, Brafey, and then another school, Rehans, and the two Americans, they do some coaching also, so we get out to the schools.
And among the local school successes, St Muradex, who claimed the boys' under-19 B Schools Cup, seeing off Cala Sanctius, Oran Moore in the final. Ronan O'Malley, Kevin McHale and Lamar Marsh among their leading scorers.
They will have 2 girls and a boy. The boy is 17 years old. At the moment he's on the Irish under-17 team, so he's doing good at the moment, so hopefully he can continue on.
Ballina picking up the second half of this Super League encounter as they'd finished the first. Paul Freeman netting to make it 57-39, but a major turnaround on the cards from Killarney. And in terms of St Paul's scores, Mr Cool, the man to thank, notching 6 points in a spell that would see the gap closed to 61-57. Time for Kinnivan to stop the flow with a terrific 3-pointer. But an excellent instant response from Paul's, Shane Horgan playing a captain's role with an outside shot of his own. Ballina leading 67-63 heading into the final quarter, tightening to 71-68 when Diora Marsh picks up a rebound by his own basket, setting Robert Taylor off in motion, and having scored the opening points in the opening seconds, may be appropriate that he would set up the decisive score for the man who'd laid him on at the start, Orlando Melendez. Late scores from Cool and Wingard would give St Paul's slight hope, but not much. Jay Marriott's 4th 3-pointer of the game, killing off the Kerry challenge for once and for all. Scott Kinnivan's 29 points, 7 3-pointers within, helping contribute to a final scoreline of Ballina 96, St Paul's Killarney 83.
Star players, well, tonight it was Robert Taylor and Scotty Kinnivan. Scotty's a great lad, actually. He came from Dublin down to join us just for this atmosphere that you've seen here tonight. Like his club in Dublin, they play in the arena, but it's so small and they wouldn't get half the crowd here. But here it's right on top of you. It's a fantastic atmosphere. You could see it there. That's what Scotty came down for. And tonight he hit 29 points. He's not getting paid, no wages at the club, just down for the love of the game and for this atmosphere.
It's difficult to sit on the bench, I have to say, because, you know, as you can see from the game, like, we have so much fun playing, and you know, the crack isn't the same sitting on the bench, but, you know, a guy gets through it, like, you know.
And how is the injury?
The injury's not too bad now. I just need a couple more days rest and it should be okay, so hopefully we'll be back soon enough.
But the team are doing great, aren't they?
Unfortunately, the team are doing great without me. It's not great for the coach or stuff for me getting back into playing, like, you know. So no, but they're doing great. It's great getting a win actually when I'm not playing. So, you know, it's sort of an added bonus.
Is it a little bit weird after coming the whole way from America? I know you're here for 4 years, but I mean, there must be a bit of a difference there.
Actually, no, because we're quite fortunate to have such a great crowd. Like in other games that we go to during the year, like the crowds aren't the same, but like we're really lucky to have such a great backing, like in the town, like, you know. So it's not that much different, like, but the tempo of the game, like, is a lot different, and it's easy to adjust to, you know, and juggle a lot of things. But you know, what else would you be doing? Like, you know, I guess other people go to the pub and they drink and stuff like that, but like, it doesn't interest me too much. Like, you know, their sport, I'm quite happy to do that.
Do you get any hassle at all with the Gaelic?
Around this time of year, yeah, it's a bit tricky to juggle everything, you know. You know, I guess football is such a big thing in Mayo at this time of year with the league and the championship coming up, that like they demand a lot from me, and the basketball club always demand a lot from me as well, like, you know. But they're easy to talk to, you know, so I get away with a lot of stuff.
Okay, could I be cheeky and ask you which would you choose if you had to?
No, I have to say my love for two sports is pretty high, like, you know, so I wouldn't really choose, like, you know. It's just when it comes to the dilemma of 2 games on the same day, it's really hard to make a decision.